All right, less than 2 weeks from now, voters will take to the polls to decide who they want to take office in their districts, their cities, and beyond. In Imperial Beach, there are currently 4 candidates vying for mayor.
They include City of Imperial Beach Council member Paloma Aguirre, certified public accountant Shirley Nakawatasi, District 2 Council member John Fisher, or Jack Fisher, and local artist Vance Locke. And joining us now to talk more about her campaign is Shirley Nakawatasi. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much for inviting me.
We appreciate you here. You know, obviously, when you talk about Imperial Beach, people think about the water quality over there, and obviously the runoff from the Tijuana River Valley. You know, if you are to take office, what are you planning on doing about that? And what is not being done right now?
Well, I think that we have a huge amount of outcry from the citizens. I think our current mayor has done a great job of letting people know what the problem is. What I would hope to do, and what I'm going to try to do, is to get the U.S. Border Patrol, the U.S. Navy, the surrounding cities of San Diego, Chula Vista, and Coronado, and then we all come together and try and deal with this. I think that it has to go up a notch, it has to go up a level, and get the federal government even more involved than they currently are.
Right, so they have been somewhat involved. They've promised some money, right? So how big an issue is this for people in Imperial Beach every day? Does this affect every single person, or is there some who say we have other issues to deal with?
Oh, it's kind of funny, because you would think that this is a huge issue and that everybody would be going an outcry that this needs to be taken care of. But there are some people, as I'm walking and I'm meeting new people, they go, no, the #1 problem is parking. Other people go, oh no, the #1 problem is the lack of recreational facilities for us to do anything. And other people, it's traffic. You know, so it's all around. So what are people focused on? You know, what bugs you? For me, I think public safety is a really big issue. We have 3 children that were hit in front of Imperial Beach Charter School, and that to me is just insane that that could even happen. So I'm hoping we put together a public safety patrol board to have volunteer parents come along and have a crossing guard at all critical elementary schools in our area.
You know, there are a lot of, you know, people do talk about public safety, and it's not just the traffic issues. There are other issues as well. Smaller crimes, whether it's theft, you know, among the cars that are parked along the sides of the road and things like that. So what do you plan on doing for that as well?
Well, for the parking or the crime?
For both.
Okay, for parking, the Port of San Diego promised us a parking structure about 20 years ago when I was chair of the design review board for the city of Imperial Beach, and that has never come to fruition. I think it's time that we say we need to get those parking garages built for our city. The traffic, they're doing traffic calming measures at this time. We don't have a lot of crime. We have crime in areas with high density, but I am seriously hoping that we can step up our police presence and start working at compliance and theft issues.
So when it comes to infrastructure, that's another thing I think that you've talked about quite a bit. What do you plan to do infrastructure-wise for Imperial Beach? And obviously the cost is something that I'm sure a lot of folks are worried about. So what do you plan to do in that realm to not put that cost on the people of Imperial Beach?
Well, one of the things I want to see is we've got a Proposition R right now, which increases our transient occupancy tax to 14%. It's currently at 10%. That'll bring in about $400,000 more into the city. And if we could get the hotel built, which has been it's just been held up for all these years, if we can get that built, then we'll have that additional revenue into the city of Imperial Beach. We're kind of built out. It's not like we can build 1,000 more units. It's impossible. We have a few vacant lots. I'm hoping to bring the business presence back into Imperial Beach. As a CPA, I think it's real important that we have you know, the buy local program in our town, and that we embrace the chamber and the local businesses.
And in just a few words, why you and not the other candidates?
Oh, I'm running because I love my town. I absolutely, absolutely love my town. I moved there when I was 3 years old, and I've been involved in, you know, everything possible, from the sandcastles, you know, to Kiwanis and Girl Scouts. I've done so much in the city, and each time I think I'm making a difference. I'm making our city a little bit better, and I think now is my time. I'm going to make this city a little more better, and so I'm running for mayor for the city of Imperial Beach.
Wonderful. We wish you the best of luck. We appreciate your insight, and hopefully folks get out there and vote here less than 2 weeks from now. A week from Tuesday is election day.
Yep,
That's
13
right.
days,
Yeah.
but who's counting?
That's right,
Shirley,
but who's
thank you very
counting?
much.